Okay, it's Matt here in Vegas, stuck in Vegas as always. This is October 7th. I'm going to go over last week's week 4 of the NFL picks by the Osterman quick and dirty method, and then I'm going to go over Thursday's game, and then I'll be back on Friday for NFL picks for week 5. So to get started, last week there were 1, 2, 7 picks by the Osterman method, and there were 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 push. The wins were the Thursday night football. Broncos had that was +1, going by Westgate's numbers at the time that I do the video. So the Broncos +1. The other wins were Browns +4.5, and they flat out won that game by 11 points over the Cowboys. The Vikings Texans, Vikings +3.5. They just flat out won that game. And then the other win was Giants Rams. Giants +13.5. I didn't bet that 13.5, but Osterman had it 13.5. Final score was 17-9, so the Rams only won by 8. I didn't watch that game. And then the one push was Ravens Redskins. Westgate +14. They lost by 14, so they didn't quite cover. You get your money back on a push. And then the 2 losses were Patriots Chiefs. And that I should point out that the problem with Osterman's method is it's just real mechanical. It's perfectly 100% mechanical. So come game time and you find out that if you're a little late to the party that Cam Newton was not going to be playing, then you could say no. But the Patriots were +7. And of course, Chiefs covered 26-10. It was a garbage game. I saw the whole game. Even the Chiefs didn't look good, but Patriots were worse. So anyway, that was a loss. And the other game, 49ers -7. They couldn't even win the game. They lost by 5, 25-20 against the Eagles. Yeah, it was Sunday night football. So 4-2-1, not bad for a mechanical method. And going over real quick, Thursday night's game, which is tomorrow night, Buccaneers at Bears. Osterman has Buccaneers by 6.5. Westgate's got Buccaneers by 3.5. So the bet is on the Buccaneers to cover 3.5 points. And I don't know. I think that's a good bet. I like that bet. The Buccaneers are 3-0, and again, this system only looks at the last 3 games. So Buccaneers are undefeated, 3-0 in their last 3 games, and they're 2-1 against the spread. The Bears are 2-1 in their last 3 games, 1-2 against the spread. The spread, of course, is not a part of this handicapping method, but I like to look at it because again, I really like this method as a starting point for my own handicapping. So even though you don't use the spread numbers, I want to know how they've been doing lately against the spread, not just whether they won or lost the game. Also, while I'm at it, starting week 5, I'm going to start throwing out the over and unders. Osterman does have a system that I included in a book that was a compilation of some of his systems, some that were in other publications, some first time in publications, first time ever appearing in a book. And one of those systems was that his over and under. It's like a quick over and under calculation that he makes, and I don't like betting over and under too much because I have a tendency to not pay attention to weather reports at the end, and then if I bet over or under and I lose, I'll blame the wind, I'll blame late showers. I'm always blaming the weather on those over and under games. So I tend not to bet them, but I'm gonna keep track of them. I'm gonna throw out those Osterman numbers for the over and under. along with his picks, his spreads, and whether it's a good bet or not, according to his method. But in the Buccaneers at Bears, Osterman has the total at 45. Westgate's got 44.5, so it's almost exactly the same thing. So there's no bet there for over and under. Usually you want about, I like a field goal, if not a little bit more, 5 or 6 points. But usually if you get 3-point difference between your calculation and the over and under that you're being given at the casino, that's usually a good enough bet right there. Same with the spreads, whether I bet on or on the favorite or on the underdog, I want to see at least a field goal. I got to have some kind of overlay. And that's the mechanical method that the quick and dirty method by Osterman requires at least a field goal before you can make a bet. And here it's exactly what you have here, because Ken's got his method's got the Buccaneers -6.5. Westgate's got them at -3.5. So according to the mechanical method, they should cover that. I like the bet too, because, well, I don't care they're playing in Chicago means nothing to me. Buccaneers should be able to take the Bears by 4 or more. I think Brady's looking really good. They lost one this season, but the last 3 they've won, they're looking really good. Brady is really starting to hit his receivers. He's got a lot of targets, and the Bears got a decent defense, but I think Brady will wear them down, and I don't know how much offense that the Bears can generate. Yeah, I like the Buccaneers here. Buccaneers got an okay defense, and I don't know if Foles can really, unless they adapt their playbook the way the Eagles did for Foles. And he can only do so much. He needs a lot of play action fakes and a good running game. He's really limited what he can do as a quarterback. Okay, so yeah, it's I think Buccaneers can cover, and that's the Osterman bet according to the quick and dirty method, and that's the Osterman bet. It's my bet too. As far as the over and under, there's no bet there. If you want to know how Osterman does his quick over and under calculations, it appears in the book Betting Systems for All Major Sports. Good selling book, but that's where that is located, that system. And of course, the system I'm using, the quick and dirty method for NFL handicapping, that's the name of the book. You can find both books on Amazon, link below. And that'll be it. I'll be back on Friday.